Good morning, everyone. My name is John McInnes. Welcome to a nice Monday morning webinar. As I mentioned before, my name is John McInnes. I'm President and CEO of Print Audit. We are going to be presenting Print Audit Embedded for Xerox today, which we're very excited about. I have with me Bart Bromland, who is going to go through an actual presentation of what the software looks like. But first, I'll give a little bit of preamble about what we've done with Print Audit Embedded and how it came to be. What's interesting about the Print Audit Embedded for Xerox, two other pieces. One is you're all on mute right now, and you will be throughout the presentation because we're planning to have somewhere around 100 people on the call. So if you have questions for us, please type them into the question box in your GoToWebinar window. At the end of the presentation, I expect we'll be about 20 minutes here. At the end of the presentation, we'll take your questions. Angie, who's with us as well, will read them out, and Bart and I will attempt to answer them as best we can. And so I expect altogether will be about a half an hour today. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you Print Audit Embedded for Xerox. You know, what's really exciting about Print Audit Embedded for Xerox is we've been working on this product for quite a while. It is an incredibly difficult product to build, and has been an incredibly difficult product to build. We've gone back to the drawing board twice. Has a lot to do with how embedded work on the OEM-based systems. As you know, we have embedded for a bunch of different products, but including Lexmark, and I'm not following the presentation here, including Lexmark, Ricoh, we have Kyocera, we've got Sharp, and now, of course, we've added Xerox. As I mentioned, the Xerox has been tough to build, and we're probably about a year after when we expected to have this done, but as with everything with Print Audit, we've really worked hard to try to make this an excellent product for both the end users and our premier members who are going to be selling this to end users and using it on their own. Very similar to our other products, our Sharp, Ricoh, Kyocera, and Lexmark, the workflow and the functionality is exactly the same, if not very close to similar to the way that they all work now. And so if you've got mixed fleets within your customers, which most of you will, you'll find that adding the Xerox, if they have Xerox machines, will seamlessly work with the other systems that you might have out in the world. So what's new in the Xerox? We have the ability to recover 100% of your copying, scanning, and faxing costs. So that means any laying paper on glass on a Xerox machine we can now capture. And there's workflow for cost accounting and card authentication, Monday morning. So card authentication means that you can use a HID card, any sort of card that your offices or your customers' offices might be using for validation. The other thing, of course, is for chargeback process. Where Print Audit started and where we will always have products is in the cost recovery space, and the ability to charge prints, copies, scans back to some sort of source, whether it's internally to users, as in colleges and universities, charging their users back. Also, real estate companies do that quite a bit, or charging your customers, charging back their customers. So law firms use us worldwide to be able to charge for their copy, scanning, faxing, and print costs. And so those are all ways that you can automate the chargeback process. And of course, all this information goes directly into just about any accounting system, pretty much any accounting system that we've ever encountered. The last piece here is a secure release station, and so now you can use Xerox machines just like our other embedded devices, you can use Xerox machines to actually securely release print jobs from and to pretty much any device. So wherever your users happen to print to, they may have to release it based off of lineups or the machine's down or whatever to another device. You can securely release jobs directly to Xerox machines. And so we're excited about that. So all of the functionality of Print Audit 6 has been worked into this Xerox Embedded that we're releasing today and launching today. And without further ado, I'm going to let Bart spend a little time taking you through, and then at the end of this, just before questions, we'll talk about how you can get this for your customers. So I just have to pass over the presentation to Bart, which I will do. And Bart will be able to take this over, so you'll be able to see his screen in a second. Bart, you got it?
Looks like I've got it. Everybody can see my screen at this point here. So what we have here is actually the application. It is running within the emulator. This is not live on the copier at this point, just for the demonstration purposes. But as you can see, the interface looks very similar to our other embedded products. This is what you will be presented with when you go up to the device. So we have our copy, scan, and fax tracking solution, as well as the secure release portion. So what I'll do now is I'll take you through the user workflow on the copy, scan, and fax portion. This will look very similar to our other embedded products, and what we will be showcasing with this demo is PIN code authentication, as well as the chargeback and the declining balances features here. So let's get started. Very familiar window. We've got our PIN code. What we'll do is we'll click on the PIN code field, and I can enter in 1234 as my PIN code. And at this point, I'm able to authenticate. A few things to mention about the authentication that we have within the Xerox Embedded product. Of course, we have our card and swipe reader authentication, PIN code authentication, and something new to the Xerox platform is actually Active Directory authentication, which does support multiple domains, just something to mention there. Once we've logged in, we can be presented with the custom fields that you configure for the device. In this case, I've configured a searchable type field, and I can select any of the items from the drop-down field here. I can also search for a value within the search field. I'm just going to select customer ABC here, click Next. And what we're presented with here is the summary field. From the summary page, we can also modify any of the custom field selections we've made by clicking on this button. It'll take us back to the custom field section, and we can either change or select the same field value. Click OK. What you may notice at the bottom here is our balance. So I have a remaining balance of $13.75. The Xerox device, much like our other embedded products, supports both cost and page type balances for your users there. If I were to click OK, what it would do is typically unlock the device. In this case, because we are on an emulator, it's not going to do much of anything. What I'll do instead is log out, and we'll go back to the main screen of the Xerox Embedded. The other portion of the Xerox Embedded software is the secure release, which is very similar to our other products as well. For the purposes of this demo, I have set up PIN code, but we also support the swipe card on that, as well as the password authentication for secure release. Now this is my super secret PIN code here.
And we've got your PIN code recorded, Bart.
I was afraid of that. And once we've authenticated on the release side, the jobs pertaining to our particular user here are displayed and available for release. We can do things like click on the information button here Brings up the information about that particular job. We can select a job, click on the cancel. Very similar functionality to our other secure release function, our other secure release products. And of course we can release, or we can release all jobs to the copier. And the last bit of functionality is of course the logout. And that concludes the demo. I will now pass this back over to John McInnes.
All right, thanks, Bart. You'll have to do it over to me, show my screen. Okay, so from seeing that, as you can see, it actually seems pretty basic, but as I mentioned early on in the presentation, it's taken us a heck of a long time to build this. We've gone back to scratch twice, which may seem amazing, but we did want to get it right for you guys, and we're extraordinarily proud of what we've built here at Print Audit, and we think that you're going to find that it's as robust as our other products, maybe even more robust than some of our older stuff, but this will work from now and into the future of all Print Audit products. So we're going to have a Xerox Embedded from now on. So we're excited about that. Now, as I mentioned, we've got a bunch of people on the phone here. I'd like to allow you guys to ask as many questions as you want. The way to do that is on the bottom of the GoToWebinar window, there is a place where you can ask questions. It's the question box, and we will read the questions and attempt to answer them for you. And so that's our next thing that we're going to do here. So any questions, and I can see that the box is filling up now, but any questions, please feel free to type them in, and hopefully we'll get to, well, we're definitely going to get to them. We'll stick with you until they're all answered. Angie is going to come online and answer the questions, and either Bart or I will, she will pose the questions, and either Bart or I will answer them. So go ahead, Angie.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We do have a few questions. The first one is, can the swipe card be used to log in to the copy release?
Yes, swipe card will be used for the release portion. Swipe card can also be used for the copy, scan, and fax portion.
Okay, thanks, Bart. What are the Xerox models supported for embedded and secure release?
Yes, I would just have to double check, but it is a specific platform on the Xerox side here. I'll see if I can pull it up here. It is the Xerox EIP platform version 2.5 and up. So copiers that support that EIP version 2.5 and newer.
Okay, thank you. Just to follow up to that, they just said basically what is the cutoff firmware?
Firmware. So that was the what Bart just said.
Okay. Another question is, do you also need the network accounting module to be supported?
Network accounting module. Not familiar with that. I don't believe it's a requirement. I would have to double check with development on that.
Okay, that was Zach that answered that, or asked that. Zach, we'll get back to you about that. Another question is, I have a legal customer who needs to bill by client and matter code. Will this handle both?
Yes, it will support any of the field types that we have within the Print Audit 6 software. So linked fields is one of those field types. Not a problem there.
Okay. Does Xerox work on the Connect Key platform as well?
The Connect Key platform, I would have to double check, but I do believe those devices are Xerox EIP version 2.5 or newer. Let's just table that question for now. Another thing I will take to development there.
Okay. Is there any automated way to embed Xerox MFPs?
We use the Xerox registration tool to perform that. There is some configuration on the Xerox side that is device specific. At this time, I don't believe there's any tool for mass deployment of the Xerox.
Okay. Does this work without Xerox standard accounting?
Xerox standard accounting, another thing I would have to take back to development there.
Okay, that was Wayne.
Bart, I've just asked development, they'll get back. Sorry we don't know about those two questions about the standard accounting. I do believe, and somebody's just going to get back to us, I believe that Print Audit is completely standalone from those, but we'll have an answer for you in 30 seconds.
Okay, thanks, Sean. Is secure a pull print follow me or a secure print?
It is a secure print, but there is follow me printing as well. So that would be to compatible devices. So if you print to a Xerox, you can release that to another Xerox that you've configured within a compatible print group.
Okay. Can you track fax?
Hey, Angie,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So yes, we can track fax. Coming from the actual device, we can track fax. And I also have an answer about the Xerox standard accounting. All you require is the EIP, so we do not need Xerox standard accounting to be installed.
Great, thank you, John. Can you track scanning?
Yes, we track scanning, and so any paper on glass that is required, we can track.
Perfect. How much does this cost?
Yes, I promised that earlier. So this is available immediately to Premier members around the world. So Print Audit Premier members have this as part of their Premier program, and so so there's no additional cost to that. It's just included in the Premier member program. For Accelerator customers, of which we've got a few, you'll have to talk to your sales rep about the Accelerator piece. Print Audit doesn't sell individually to customers or dealers. We don't sell anything. You have to be on one of our subscription programs to use this. And so if you're a Premier member, like I said, it's included. And if you're an Accelerator member, it may be included just based off of what your packaging is. Other than that, you can contact Print Audit at sales@printaudit.com or go on to our website and click contact for wherever you are in the world, and you'll be able to talk to local Print Audit people.
Thanks, John. One of our Premier members is actually wondering when this will be available in the Premier portal.
I believe it's available now. Am I right about that, Bart? Is it in the portal?
I haven't taken a look today. I can double check quickly.
So I think the answer is it's available now because we were releasing it today. So I think that Premier members should be able to get it in the portal. If it's not enabled right now, it will be today, but I think it's probably already enabled. I just haven't taken a look.
Great, thank you, John. That seems to be all the questions that we have for now.
Okay, folks, so this has been a quick presentation. We've got time for more questions if you want to put them up. I encourage you to reach out to us and ask more questions about it. This is available for testing for anybody. So again, reach out to us in the contact section on printaudit.com, and we're happy to let you try this out and play around with it. The more it gets out there, the more we get to see what's good and bad about it. So we really look forward to your comments and feedback. And I would also, if you get the opportunity, check our blog section of printaudit.com. Our blog section has a lot of industry-based information for office equipment dealers and OEMs. And we'll probably have some more information about Xerox and other platforms that we plan to release in the next few weeks. And I'm excited to say that you're going to hear about another one within the next few weeks that's about to release as well, so another embedded platform to round out this year, and then next year we'll have even more for you. So thank you for your time. Any further questions, feel free to get in touch with us at Print Audit. Here's some information about how to get audit, and I will wrap this up now. I don't know how many 20-minute webinars you've had, but I'm pretty excited about it. Oh, One more.
Yes.
When are you planning to release an embedded solution for HP? I think I just gave a hint to that. So we'll leave off with that. You've been left with a hint. All right. Have a great day, folks, and a great week, and enjoy the end of October.